Alright guys, this is the Universe mode. It is episode 4, it is Monday Night Raw, and it is the 5th time I've tried to stream this. For some reason, every time I try and stream it, the Twitch stream just fucks up, and I have to stop the stream. It's very unfortunate, because like I said, it's the 5th time. You can see half the matches already simulated tonight. It just sucks. What I plan on doing though is I plan on kind of treating this like a WrestleMania Fallout show, because I just kind of want to talk about WrestleMania last night. I made a review on it after being up for almost 20 hours. I watched 7.5 hours of wrestling, and I was a wee bit deflated come the end of WrestleMania. Was I a bit negative in my review? I might have been, so I want to talk about that. I want to cover that here in this stream. But before we get into that, let's have a quick look at the card. I'll explain what's happened, I'll explain what's going to happen, and then we will take it from there. So you can see, last week we had that 8-man tag match. It ended in a count-out victory for the Office of Pain, Corbin and McIntyre, but we've decided that we're going to finally settle things. So we're having 3 one-on-one matches tonight. The winners from each of those matches will go into a title threat match next week, and whoever wins that will face Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. So the first match was Dean Ambrose versus Braun Strowman. Strowman won that one. The second match in the series was Roman Reigns versus Corbin. Reigns won that. So far, the triple threat match next week is looking like Reigns versus Strowman versus... We'll find out in the main event when it's the winner of McIntyre, Rollins joining the other two. So should be a pretty good main event. Should be interesting in seeing that. Middle card promo, Chad Gable called out Finn Balor. They obviously, cut a promo on each other, and Chad Gable came out the better of the two. They will meet at Extreme Rules for the IC title. So that should be another decent match, I guess, but not one that I care about, let's be honest. I mean, I don't think Chad Gable should be anywhere near a belt, but he won the match, so I can't screw him out of it. 2-on-2 match, we had Office of Pain being rewarded for their win last week with a match against the tag team champs. It was a non-title match, but the Office of Pain won. So I think it's only fair that they get a tag title shot at Extreme Rules. So at Extreme Rules, it's going to be the Office of Pain versus the Revival. Obviously, we know about this match. And the fourth match tonight is going to be Bobby Roode versus Elias. Now, Bobby Roode eliminated Elias in an over-the-top rope battle royal last week. Elias is not happy. He wants to get his revenge. He wants to smash his guitar over the glorious head of Bobby Roode. And we are Elias, and hopefully that is what we're going to do. Now, talking about Elias, John Cena came back last night, interrupted Elias, and I thought it was great. In my opinion, the best part of Mania was seeing the Doctor of Ergonomics return. And obviously, cut that promo on Elias. Was it the greatest John Cena rap of all time? No. But it was just nice to see John Cena there. And I thought it was pretty good, it was good enough to be better than anything else on the show. But always enjoys John Cena. Bad thing is, I don't think we'll see Cena back. I really don't. I mean, it might turn into something where Cena's just doing like a once-a-year gimmick where he shows up at Mania. Maybe he'll do like the odd match, like at a SummerSlam or something like that. But I definitely think John Cena's days, even as a part-time competitor, are over. I don't think he's a guy who's going to be showing up, and then come back a couple weeks or come back in a month or two. I think that part of John Cena is gone. But anyway, here we go. Elias hooking up with Bobby Lashley here in this match. Quite a big win here, quite a big match. A win for either man. You've got to feel move them up the ladder in Raw. Maybe move them a step closer to an IC title shot, so it's going to be interesting who wins. But let's talk about WrestleMania. I want to know, Kurt Hawkins, a guy that hadn't won, he'd lost over 300 matches in a row. How does he get on the card of WrestleMania, never mind get a title shot? Can someone explain that to me? WrestleMania is supposed to be the best of the best. It's the Super Bowl, apparently, of the WWE. Now, imagine a team, imagine an NFL team losing 300 games in a row and they get put in the Super Bowl. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. I don't know why he was there, but they won. And I'm kind of glad, because I don't like the Revival. I think the Revival suck. Now, I know Dash Wilder punched that guy at Extreme Rules. Not at Extreme Rules, at the fucking... Watching it was extreme, it was brutal. But I know that he punched that guy at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Now, I'm not sure. Was that why he lost the title, or did they just take the belts off them? I'm not too sure. But I thought it was a bit cowardly. It's not like Dash Wilder jumped in, and battered the guy. he waited until the guy was like handcuffed, the guy was no threat, the guy was getting like carted away, and then he just went over and hit him while the guy couldn't even defend himself. So I thought it was a bit cowardly from Dash Wilder, if we're being honest. Right, so first match of the night. But, oh well, cut off. Still to be Hulk Hogan. I like Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's the man, do you know what I mean? Arguably the biggest star of all time, biggest draw of all time. But I mean, him coming out and cutting a generic 2-minute promo and making fun of like an error that he made, you know, from the Silverdome shit. I mean, it just wasn't interesting. We've seen him come out at the Crown Jewel. And it was just, can we not do something with him rather than have him cut a generic promo?
He's not done fighting yet.
Could they not make him GM of Raw? You know, something like that. Just something interesting. I don't know, man. Fucking anything. But they didn't do that. So then Heyman comes out and he says, if you're not last, then let's be first and get this shit over with. Out comes Brock Lesnar, out comes Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar begins to beat the shit out of Rollins. He throws him in the ring. The referee rings the bell. Low blow for Rollins. 3 curb stomps later, and we've got a new champ. It was like a 2-minute match. Like, how can this Universal belt, it's the #1 belt, you know, in the company, it's supposed to be the main title, because it's on Raw, let's be honest, and it's a world title, so it's the #1. This is a belt that, obviously it's not the same, but this is like, you know, the same, for argument's sake, let's say this is the WWF Championship, you know, it's basically in place of the WWF Championship. So this is the same belt that Austin Rock fought each other for Mania 17, you know, the belt that both men were willing to do anything for, they're willing to, you know, put their bodies on the line, they're willing to like sacrifice anything, willing to die. Austin was even willing to team up with McMahon, a guy that he absolutely hates, just to get his hands on this belt. And now, you know what I mean, it was in the main event, epic build-up, epic feuding, epic promo package, epic entrances, epic finish, you know what I mean, epic heel turn. And now it's just a 2-minute match with a couple of curb stomps and Rollins beating Lesnar. Absolute fucking joke. And someone rated, I seen someone rate this A, someone gave this an A. How the fuck could this be an A? It was a fucking 2-minute match. It's not a fucking A, it's a fucking disaster. A for awful perhaps, like, but how can you grade that an A? So, I mean, 3 curb stomps and that was it. In the opening match of Mania, how can the world title fall so badly? Makes absolute zero sense to me, so it definitely wasn't an A-star match, but I've seen a few people rate it as an A-star match.
And the shoulders come up.
Oh, what a kick out for your life. Didn't think I was getting that. Right, up next, Shane against The Miz. I actually thought this was pretty good. Shane battled The Miz at the beginning. He pulled The Miz's Da into the ring. He beat up The Miz's Da a wee bit. And I enjoyed this for what it was worth. I thought this was good. And then Miz kind of, you know, took Shane around the entire arena, beat the crap out of him, delivered a cool superplex. And unfortunately, Shane landed on top of The Miz and got his free count. This was a good match, but I'll just be honest, I wasn't really interested in it. Shane, in my opinion, I kind of liked it, you know, when he came out. He's like wrestled on the rare occasion when he really had like a purpose, a storyline. It's now, they seem to pencil him in for every Mania, every Survivor Series, he's always there, do you know what I mean? And I'm just not really digging it, Shane as a full-time wrestler. And I wasn't really interested in this match. It is what it is. It was a good match, but unfortunately I just didn't care. And the wrong guy definitely won that. The Miz should have beat Shane McMahon, no doubt about it. The Miz is the full-time guy. The Miz is the guy that should be, you know, the champion on SmackDown. He's the full-time in-ring competitor. Miz is, Shane is the, you know, authority figure. He didn't need to win. Miz should have won, but, you know, whatever. Shane McMahon wins. Up next with Orton against AJ. Again, I know this was a pointless match. Build up for this non-existent bar, a few, you know, words that they exchanged on the last SmackDown, and it was a decent match, but I didn't care. The reason is this should have been for the world title in my opinion, but it wasn't. Or even, I don't know, even put Daniel Bryan in this, make it a triple threat. What they ended up doing for the world title was embarrassing. But AJ won. I thought this could have been 50-50. I wasn't really surprised. I thought if Orton won, I wouldn't have been, you know, I thought, well, you know, I don't really, I'm not surprised. But AJ won, I wasn't really surprised either. So I probably thought I was going to give him a slight edge to AJ, but I know, I mean, like I said, it was almost 50-50, probably 55-45. They did, so, you know, whatever. Up next, I believe we had the Usos tag team match.
Nice.
I think it was the Usos, and they went again. Ricochet and Aleister Black. This is the third tag team title opportunity they've had in the space of a week. So what is it? why they been dishing out tag title shots? And if they've lost 2 in the last week, then why do they deserve a third one at Mania? Makes absolute zero fucking sense. But it was a decent match. But I just didn't care. I mean, who cares? It's a bunch of teams that you don't care about, effectively. I mean, the Usos are alright. The Bar's okay. But I mean, Ricochet, Black, don't care. Rusev and Nakamura, don't care. So it is what it is. And I'll tell you what, we're actually beating the shit out of Bobby Roode here, and I reckon we are busted open, but I reckon we're moments away if we put in Bobby Roode out of his misery here. Oh no, Roode fighting back. Roode going for a... Oh no, it's Fisherman suplex.
That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
And his nail, Bobby Roode and Neighbour getting the win. Fuck. Right, so what was I talking about? The Iconics...
That match deserves another look.
The Iconics won the women's tag title match. Renee Young says that growing up, the Hart Foundation was... they played a big part in inspiration to Beth Phoenix. She said Bret Hart, Owen Hart and Natalya. How the hell was Natalya an inspiration when
Who could forget this?
Beth Phoenix debuted it in WWE way before Natalya did? So, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Renee Young obviously doesn't know what she's talking about. She just keep her mouth shut. It'd be great if she actually just kept her mouth shut the entire 7.5 hours. Unfortunately, she had a few lines or two. Actually, I'm actually gutted we lost that match. I thought we should have won. Whatever, Bobby Roode gets the win. Not a big deal. After that, it was Kofi Kingston beating Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Enough said. Kofi Kingston, arguably the worst champion ever. In my opinion, he would have been more suited. He was more over. He was more believable as a champion when he originally debuted it. Remember, after a year, I think he got promoted for ECW, and then I remember he had a title match against Orton. I think it was a title match against Orton anyway, and he performed pretty well in that. And back then, he was over to a degree. But for the past 4 years, he's done this New Day gimmick, coming out with big pancakes, coming out with fucking unicorns on their head. How can you take them seriously? Now that's the world champion. Disgrace. I don't like Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan's overrated, but he's 10 times better than Kofi Kingston. And Daniel Bryan should have, retained his title, but he didn't. So, that's what it is. Up next, we have McIntyre against Rollins. Come on, can I win this? Can I get into next week's main event? I hope so. Or else there's going to be 2 members of the Shield and a Monster and Braun Strowman fighting. But back to WrestleMania. So, like I said, the Iconics won that, and then Kofi Kingston beat Daniel Bryan. Up next with Joe beating Rey Mysterio in a minute. There was rumours that Mysterio was injured. And I'm assuming he was injured for this match to be so short, unless Mysterio's pissed off McMahon. But I don't think that's happened. Maybe Donald Trump's taking over at creative and he wants to force the Mexicans back over the wall. I don't fucking know. But anyway, Rey Mysterio got jobbed out here big time. That's what it is. Samoa Joe won. They should have either took this match off the card, in my opinion, or had someone replace Rey Mysterio. But for time constraints and shit, they were probably happy that Rey Mysterio was a bit injured, so I wouldn't be surprised if they booked it this way and Mysterio actually could have went and did a proper match. We don't know. I'll never know. Well, they'll know backstage, but we won't know. We won't know what the thought process was behind this crap. Up next with Roman Reigns against Drew McIntyre. This was a very lacklustre match, to be honest. I thought it would have been one of the better matches. It just wasn't. Drew beat the shit out of Roman for 8 minutes. And then he slaps Roman Reigns, and all of a sudden Roman Reigns wakes up. Drew from this point on had 0 offense in the match, and then Roman Reigns just squashes him in the next minute or two. So, I mean, very poor, very lacklustre, disappointed. No holds barred match between Triple H and Batista. Entrances were great. I really liked both of them. The match was great. The match was good. There some good spots in it. He had Batista getting his nose ring pulled out. That was good. Ric Flair appeared. Handed Triple H a sledgehammer. That was good. And it's a bit weird, you know what I mean? Because Batista obviously has hardly fought at all. He's hardly had any matches in the last decade. Triple H, he's had, you know what I mean? He probably wrestles on average, he probably wrestles a few matches a year, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 matches a year. But he was coming off a long injury. And for these two guys to actually go and put on like a 25-minute match and not gas up and actually be in great condition, great shape, I thought it was fantastic. In my opinion, match of the night, two legends, 2-star power. And, you know, it is what it is, man. Match of the night. Probably could have been the main event. But Batista retired on Instagram, so why was the stipulation not loser retires? To me, that would have made a lot more sense, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I would have made it, you know, loser retires, but they didn't, so whatever. We also, by the way, I missed my favourite part of the show actually. John Cena came out, talked their fuckonomics, and cut a promo on Baron Corbin. It was good, you know, heel rap. And I enjoyed that. You know, it wasn't the best rap he's ever done, but I thought it was good nonetheless.
Rollins, one of the greatest of
but unfortunately, it's the last we'll probably see a Cena until next year's WrestleMania. So get used to going back to your C, D, and E+ players. After that, with Corbin against Angle, very short match. You can tell Angle just doesn't have it anymore. But I mean, fuck me, they should have gave him a win in his final match. I don't care if Kurt put Corbin over McMahon. Should have went no. Listen, Kurt. You're an absolute legend, and we're going to put you over here. Now, it's different, in my opinion, Shawn Michaels losing his last match to The Undertaker. Batista losing his last match to Triple H. But Angle's taking on Corbin here. Had Angle lost his last match to John Cena, I don't think anyone would have cared. Losing your last match to Baron Corbin is a wee bit embarrassing. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Baron Corbin, but I mean, the guy has zero momentum coming into this, zero fucking momentum, and he's still walking around as if he's like a, you know, a casino dealer. I just don't get it. Don't fucking get it. Angle should have won this. Would Finn Balor beat Bobby Lashley in about 4 minutes? Lame. Bobby Lashley could kill Finn Balor for real in 10 seconds, so there's no way Lashley would lose to the guy in 4 minutes. But it is what it is. And then in the main event, again, the entrances were cool. This match shouldn't have been the main event. There was only two reasons why it was the main event. A, because Ronda Rousey's actually a star, and B, you know, they're pandering with this whole female empowerment, women's movement, and that is the reason, basically, the main event. You know, the entrances were pretty good, the match itself was pretty good, but the finish was terrible. The finish was absolutely awful, man. It was a terrible finish, and it makes zero sense to me. You know, Ronda Rousey was undefeated, you know, her entire career. And then they finally, you know, end her like winning streak, or end her undefeated streak, and then have it done by a roll-up. You know what I mean? So it was like technically a fluke. It's like you're ending it for nothing. If they really wanted to kind of go that way, they should have had Becky pin Charlotte. I just think if you're the first time you make Ronda Rousey lose, it should be memorable. You know, you'd be putting somebody over. You didn't put anybody over here. Ronda looked weak because, you know, she actually lost to someone that isn't a fighter. Becky Lynch didn't look that great because she didn't really beat Ronda Rousey, you know what I mean? She got like a lucky 3-second pin, and Charlotte was nowhere to be seen. So, you know, in my opinion, it was a decent match. I've got no issues with this. It's just, as a main event, it wasn't main event worthy. But this was decent. If I had to give it, if I was given this match, you know, it would probably be, I'd give it like 3 stars maybe. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad at all. Maybe 3.5. It was not bad at all, but it wasn't main event quality. I mean, the main event should either be the best match of the night, or at least have, you know, the most stars in it, or something like that. And that wasn't the case. Batista Triple H was the best match of the night. It obviously had Triple H 2 on the line, but they went with this match with the main event. Doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? Just and then apparently Ronda Rousey's shoulders weren't even on the fucking mat, so it was just disappointing. So there you go, guys. That is my kind of review of WrestleMania. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't. Out of 10, I would probably give it a 3. But overall, there was nothing really awful. It just didn't interest me, guys. You know. Well, I say there was nothing awful. There was a few awful things, but there was a few good things as well. Like I said, I really enjoyed Batista Triple H. I really enjoyed Cena. The Miz and Shane match was good. I just wasn't, you know, I just wasn't really into the match as such, but it was good. The women's match was alright. AJ Orton, you know, was decent, but and you know, that was pretty much it. So there you go, guys. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. And now let's get back into this universe. Now let's turn our attentions here Seth Rollins has kind of been kicking our ass here so far. Hopefully now that I've stopped talking about the WWE WrestleMania, we can actually try to get back in this match. Rollins top rope, Collins for us to get back to their feet here. Rollins, oh, double axe handle smash there coming down on the big man. Come on, McIntyre, we need battle to this. Oh, and a big boot, yes. I'm talking about. Rollins now.
He wants to do
the
this
outside.
in the ring.
We're going to bring him back in the hard way. Yes, we are. Look at that big suplex. The tide could be turning in this match. Rollins Irish whip into the corner.
I don't think I've seen a superstar more driven to succeed than Drew McIntyre.
Big shot there.
When he was
Rollins
released
too
in
happy.
2014,
Oh, and a
said he'd
big
be back, and that's exactly what happened.
Second apron there, sitting perfect for a 619.
Instead of feeling sorry for himself and
We're going to see that out of Drew McIntyre, who's not here tonight.
An even bigger star.
McIntyre now setting up Rollins for another suplex. Rollins counters it.
Following up
Arm
on what
drag.
you two were saying about McIntyre's initial release, not only did he return with more fire and fans,
oh, just smashing his head into the turnbuckle. Here goes Rollins. Crowd well behind him.
But in his time away, he worked on his strength, conditioning,
McIntyre getting his head smashed off that apron repeatedly. Can't take many of them. You want to win. Rollins goes behind, tries for a counter, but no, it gets off super kick. Thought he was going for the roll up, the small package or something, but well, there's a super kick to the shinny. McIntyre kicking out.
I can tell you that.
Rollins can't believe it. Now Rollins goes in behind.
It is very clear that Drew McIntyre is feeling the physicality of
Rollins
this
set up
contest.
for heel.
He might just have nothing left to give, guys.
Curb stop perhaps.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less.
McIntyre counters the shot. Oh, and I think McIntyre went for the. I don't know, is he going for a Claymore? I'm not sure what he was going for there, but Rollins counters. And McIntyre sent to the outside, hanging on though, on the apron.
Man, Seth Rollins is just relentless.
If I was Seth Rollins, I'd get my mind
Rollins
in the
waiting
match
for McIntyre.
and out of the crowd.
Gonna have a long wait. McIntyre hanging on here.
And now Drew McIntyre goes up the turnbuckle.
McIntyre went to the top.
Looks like we may be on the
stopped though.
verge of
And
seeing
there's
a
Rollins.
superplex. Think you might
Rollins
be right,
looking for the top rope
Saxton.
superplex
Here we go.
perhaps.
The superplex.
Oh, he rolls over.
There's more.
Somebody with a Falcon Arrow.
That got those shoulders on the mat. Oh, how resilient was that?
Oh, and McIntyre just kicking out at two. That was like 2 3/4 there. What he was beat.
Folks. And here we go. Seth Frog Splash.
Oh, Seth Rollins with a frog splash.
He had nothing left. This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Oh, and McIntyre with a massive
He's playing with
frog.
him now. You better stay right where he is.
McIntyre missed the clothesline. Rollins. Neck breaker.
Rollins, so impressive.
What's Rollins looking for now? He's got the army. McIntyre smashed it into the mat, and looks like he could be setting up something big here. He's going to go for the cover instead. That was a bit lackluster.
It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
How did he do that?
Take more than that to beat Drew. Knee to the back of the Scotsman.
What a knee
And
strike
a big
from
knee to the
inside.
face. The same knee that broke Cena's nose.
And McIntyre with a quick kick
And
out.
McIntyre kicks it. Jesus. Did not expect that. McIntyre somehow getting the shoulder up there. Rollins thought he had it one. He's going for cover again.
Well, that was a close call.
Yeah,
McIntyre
he's not
kicking
done
it
yet.
again. Rollins cannot believe this. I think Rollins thinks this should be over.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward victory.
Jesus, man. Rollins is in complete control here.
Look at the torque.
Dominating McIntyre at the
So
moment.
much damage to the neck. He's got him covered. Not much behind that pin attempt.
McIntyre
Wow, what
kicks
a
it again.
display of
What's it
heart
going
and
to take here?
determination.
Seth Rollins to put Drew away.
And set him up. Knee to the face.
Big knee to the face.
Knee drop. That was
knee to the back. I mean, McIntyre.
He's making
I can't remember the last time McIntyre actually got up. McIntyre. Oh, super kick. Seth Rollins is going to the top.
Strikers in the game right now.
What's he looking for here? Drew could be in trouble.
Incoming.
Oh, and he missed.
For it all.
I knew it's Drew going up the top.
Whoa!
And Drew McIntyre with an elbow.
For the finish.
Oh, and he's going for the DDT. Double arm DDT. Jesus Christ, he's nailed, and that should do it.
This is it.
No way, no way.
Yeah, it's
going to steal it there. I
that.
mean, Rollins dominates the entire match. We nailed the DDT practically out of nowhere. It wasn't enough. Now Drew, what's he looking for?
I can't believe what's gone down so far. This match has been even more physical than I thought it would be.
Oh, he's missed it. There's another counter.
Knocked right off the apron.
Shoulder tackle there into the midsection, taking down Rollins. Rollins battles out.
Enziguri. Oh, McIntyre felt that.
Oh, face first into those steel steps goes through.
Damage here could very well mean the beginning of the end.
Oh, and over the top.
Seth Rollins not looking so good here.
Dangerous times for the Architect. I don't recall the last time he looked so fatigued.
Oh man, he has plenty of reason to be concerned here, guys. But you know what? So does his opposition. This is about as close as it gets.
He's stalking his
Rollins
opponent
could be beat
from
here.
the top turnbuckle.
But Drew doesn't want to end it like that. Drew! Oh shit, Drew! Oh my god, he's glitched out. I think Drew went for it all and missed.
This is
Drew wasn't happy getting a count out when he wanted to punish Rollins. These men just throwing everything at each other here.
Great move by the Architect. Lariat. Ooh, he goes down.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to fade now.
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael. Despite having an impressive spot in this week's power rankings, I'm told this superstar isn't all concerned with things like that.
Oh, what's McIntyre doing? Not suplex to the... Holy shit! Suplex to the outside.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Looking at... Oh, what a headbutt.
Oh, and a big massive
I don't know
headbutt.
how much gas he has left, guys. He wants no part of the outside. Does not want to be there.
Oh, no, he's busted open Rollins. Jesus Christ. And now, could be a Claymore kick
this
away.
Has just been pandemonium.
They getting the win, no. Rollins again with a counter.
Oh, he's such a tough
But McIntyre
target.
just shoves him down.
There we go.
Rollins going for...
He goes for the
After you know what that was.
McIntyre with an easy kick out there.
The first
Wow, I thought this
neck
was over.
jumping kind of 360 neck breaker. I don't know what it was, falling neck
Seth
breaker.
Rollins is looking for the
Seth
decisive
Rollins now,
end.
off the ropes, going for the curb stomp. Gee, oh, he's nailed it. Oh shit, we're in trouble. We are fucked.
Here's the cover for the win. 2, 3.
Seth, oh my god, we've lost. I can't believe it. Seth Rollins has won.
We've got some highlights from the last
We
one
had
queued up. Here we
twice
go.
we were capable there
Look
of
at
getting a
him
count
go.
out victory, and we didn't take it. We decided
Yeah,
we
he's
wanted
putting
to try
in the
and
work.
beat Rollins fair and square, and we paid for it, man, because we've lost the match.
This was another great moment.
Here is your winner, Seth Rollins.
I'm raging, man. Should have won that.
Wow, when you pick up a pinfall victory over somebody like that,
You've done something right. I think Boston is stunned by the outcome here, guys.
Four-star match, pretty good, but I'm annoyed. Should have won that. Should have been advancing to next week's triple threat main event, but unfortunately it's going to be Seth Rollins. So next week it'll be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, with the winner of that match challenging Brock Lesnar for the title at Extreme Rules. Should be a good show. Up next we've got a promo for Big Show. Not sure what the promo was about. Maybe Big Show's saying that he's returning. We will find out, I guess, next week. But show closing promo with Alexa Bliss. We'll be doing this obviously since we are playing as Alexa, and we earned a shot against Ronda Rousey last week after winning a number one contenders female fatal 4-way. So will we have anything to say about Ronda Rousey? Let's find out. I'm sure we will. Like,
Something told me we would hear from her tonight.
She definitely looks laser focused right here.
Here we go. Let's find out. Okay.
can you believe it's all came to this? You will all like me more. I'm taking my... can you believe it's all... Enough of a crap. Go away, I've had enough of a crap.
You mad, bro?
Oh my god,
I
this
guess
pro
so.
was piss poor. And here she comes, Ronda Rousey.
Have to wonder what's on her mind. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. This could honestly be about a few things. Let's find out.
But she's going to snatch. This almost seems to be a magic mic there. Just generates camera work. What the fuck? Alexa Bliss's ass is sticking way out. What the hell's going with the camera on here? I don't get it. Seems a bit weird there. Fuck. Wake up, people. We are in the midst of a revolution. Fucking here. Even in the game, man, they're pandering to this whole women's revolution pish. Each of you is helping to contribute to a new era in women's wrestling. Together, we are going to shake the very foundations of the WWE. I'll show you why no one disrespects me.
They say pride comes before the fall. We shall see.
Come on, little cat, pounce. Those lips of yours never know when to stop moving, do they? What is that a side effect when you work whatever from whatever work you must have got done? However, honestly, they look like a couple of puffy marshmallows. Really? Fucking, I like Alexa Bliss's lips. I'd let her put them in my dick anytime, like, but that's, you know, I guess it's her choice, like. Oh, can you taunt? So what, you're going to come out here and big time me, make a name for yourself, that's fine. Me, I care less about the spotlight than I do about what happens between the bells. I mean, these promos are so bad. Fucking awful. Why can't they bring back the creator where you can actually make your own? It's pointless to even try and talk to you because you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know what it really takes to make it here. You're a kid playing a grown-up game. What's Ronda? What's she talking about? I'm fucking confused here. You're lucky I don't demand a match. This is getting annoying. I don't have to justify myself to you. I don't owe anybody anything. In fact, I'm done talking to you. You're a waste of my time. I'll talk to you at Extreme Rules when I beat you for the women's title. How about that? I don't know, man. These promos fucking suck badly. Is that it? Is that the end of it? I mean, we've put on a really bad promo yet. Ronda Rousey's not exactly done great herself. I should have expected more from a spineless skunk like you. You can try and dodge me all you like, but sooner or later you're going to have to face me. And when you do, I'm going to show you what a champion is really like inside this ring. Are you going to say something interesting? We'll go with that. I mean, Jesus Christ. Must be the worst ending to Raw ever. I don't believe this, man. Should have ended it with Rollins versus McIntyre, but ended it with this god-awful promo.
Well,
Then she's talking about conference. It just goes on and on and on. It seems to me that after all this you're just all talk. That's a shame, because the time for talking is over. I find out the hard way when I get you in this ring, and we find out who the better woman is. Spoiler alert, it's me. So there you go, Ronda Rousey walks out the ring. She got 900 total. We got 402. Awful promo from us. I'll be the first to admit I did not do well. And there you go, Ronda Rousey walks away with her bad reputation intact. Interesting stuff. Interesting. And that will probably be the end of this Raw then, if I am right in thinking so. Is it? Yeah, it is. There you go, that is show closer. Jesus Christ. And that is the end of the Raw. So it'll be SmackDown up next, guys. Before we leave, though, I think we'll have a quick look at the power rankings. I want to see what kind of situation we're in. There's potential rivalry there, potential rivalry there, potential rivalries everywhere. Alrighty, so how do you go to, go to the next show? Proceed. All that shit is done. We're on to SmackDown Live now. But, like I said, we ain't going to do that here, so... Are you sure you want... No, I don't want to exit Universe mode. I just want to... My Universe, is that it? Yeah. So let's see how the... Fuck, where's the power rankings? Ah, here they are. Apologies. So let's see how we got on after this. This doesn't take in this week's Raw into consideration, just last week. So I'm going to leave Seth Rollins up to 2nd, Balor 3rd. McIntyre down in 17th, and we lost again this week, so I'm going to go way lower than that. Elias down to 25th, we lost again. I expect we're going to tumble down the ratings there as well. And you can see there's more shit here. More shit here. Jason Jordan. Brock Lesnar obviously still top, so you know, that's what it is. AJ Styles top on SmackDown. And aye, interesting stuff there. So we know who's top and we know who's not. Do we care about the NXT things? Not really, so we'll not even look. But right, guys, like I said, SmackDown will be next. We'll see the fallout from Backlash. That should be interesting, but that will be streamed tomorrow. And that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Been Sun Scotland 90. This will be uploaded tonight. I'm actually going to be starting my 2 series again. You'll see that tonight as well. And I'm going to be watching Raw tonight and reviewing it, because why the fuck not? I'm going to give it one chance, man. One chance. So they're getting WWE. One chance. I'll sit up and watch the crap, and if it's good, then you know it's good. If it's not, it's not. Anyway, that is it from me. Until next time. Peace.